Hi guys, hope you're doing incredibly well. My name is Alessandro and welcome to Big Brain Guitar Channel. So this is my first video in English and I hope you'll be very kind with me because I'm trying to do my best. I already run an Italian instructional guitar channel that is called Chitarra Razionale, but since the topics that I covered are really niche, I thought it would be great to share them with an international audience. So on this channel we will focus mainly on improvisation and modern guitar. But let's jump straight into the topic of this video, pentatonics. I know it's a very well-known subject, but we will focus not on usual pentatonics, but on modal pentatonics. In fact, many of you probably don't know that we can use the minor pentatonic to play the modes of the major scale. In this video, we will focus mainly on the Dorian mode. So first, let's understand the interval structure of the Dorian mode, that is the second mode of the major scale. And the intervals are the root, the second, the minor third, the fourth, the fifth, the major sixth, and the minor seven. Okay? Now, it's like the natural minor scale, but with the major 6. So this means that it sounds a little brighter. So if we make an example in A Dorian, we will have these notes A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. Okay? Now, we can easily understand that these are the notes of G major scale, and this is because A minor is the second degree of G major, just like the Dorian mode is the second mode of the major scale. This means that if we play the G major scale notes, but on an A minor 7 drone, we will have the Dorian sound. Okay, so this is the sound of the Dorian. Now, another thing that many of you probably don't know is that in every major key there are 3 pentatonics. For example, in G major there is the G major pentatonic, but there are also the C major pentatonic and the D major pentatonic, and that's why. So if we were write down the G major scale notes, so G, A, B, C, D, E, and F sharp, now we can extract from that 3 pentatonics: G, A, B, D, and E. This is the G major pentatonic or the relative minor, A minor pentatonic. Then we have C, D, E, G, and A, and this is C major pentatonic or the relative minor, A minor pentatonic. And then we have D, E, F sharp, A, A, and B. And this is D major pentatonic or the relative minor, B minor pentatonic. Now, if we can play all the notes of G major scale, of the G major scale to play the D Dorian mode, this means that we can play also all of these 3 minor pentatonics on an A minor drone to play the Dorian mode. And this is how it sounds. Okay, this is my drone, and this is the first pentatonic, A minor. Then we have B minor, more suspended, and then E minor. Okay? Now, we can, of course, just play all the notes of G major in order to play the Dorian mode, but the pentatonics, in my opinion, have this more suspended sound. Okay? Now, my advice is to play this exercise mainly in 2 ways. The first way is to play in parallel, so don't focus on just one area of the neck, but play the same shape in different position. So this is the shape of A minor. Okay, now we're going to play this. Then we have the shape number 1 of B minor. And then we have the shape number 1 of E minor. Okay? Now, I suggest you to play first not with the metronome, not with the backing track, but just to understand the sound of this alternative way of play the Dorian mode. So just play a drone and try to develop ideas. Oh. Then I move to B minor. Then I move to E minor. Then go back to B minor. And A minor. Of course, the Dorian sound will come mainly from B minor, and this is because the B minor pentatonic contains the F sharp, okay, and the B note. These are the characteristics note of the Dorian mode, okay. Now, let's play these three pentatonics on a backing track, and let's understand how does it sound in a more improvisation context. Okay, so there it is.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now I move to B minor. And now I move to E minor. Okay, now let's improvise. Okay, this was just an example of improvisation. Now, the second exercise that we can do is to play in the same area of the neck, but of course we have to play different shapes of the different pentatonics. In this case, we will have A minor, okay? And of course this is our drone. Then we will have the shape number 5 of B minor pentatonic. And then we will have the shape number 3 of E minor pentatonic. Okay, so A minor, B minor, and E minor. Then back to B. And then back to A. Okay, now I will play another example of improvisation, but using this kind of thing. Okay, just not thinking on different areas, but in the same area of the neck. So let's do it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This is A minor, B minor, now E minor, B minor, and A minor. Okay, now let's improvise. this was the example. So my advice is first to become confident with the 3 position in parallel, and then to try this exercise that is more complex. So this is all. That's all, guys. I hope you find this video useful, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video, of course. And this is Big Brain Guitar Channel, and see you in the next video.